So when I wake up, I tend to take a shower, get ready to go, and sometimes I would go and eat, but mostly it would just be a snack, or I would wait until the afternoons because I'm not very hungry early in the mornings. I also sometimes exercise in the morning depending on how I'm feeling that day, and just to keep a balance in my health, so then I can keep up with that. I do recommend exercise and making sure you have at least maybe a snack in the morning, even if you're not a morning person or someone who likes to eat early in the morning. It just helps for you to start your day and to get ready. I then go ahead and walk to my math class.
So I just got back to my dorm and I'm getting ready for my next class, which is psychology. It's one out of my 2 online classes that I have, and I'm basically just going to be taking a break before the class, probably watching some YouTube videos or maybe a show from Netflix or Disney Plus. But I basically take breaks throughout the day to make sure that I don't get burnt out.
For my English class, we are supposed to annotate a paper, so I was just walking over to one of the buildings in order to print off the page so I could annotate it by hand. That was something that I prefer to do, is annotating by hand, but also I could do it digitally as well. And this is me just walking to, at first I went to the Lewis Stokes Library, I believe that's what it's called, which they did not have any printers there, and they had told me to go to a different location, which is right next to the library.
So I just got back from the undergraduate library. I unfortunately was not able to print out my homework assignment that I had to annotate, but I can just annotate on my laptop, so that is okay. But I will basically, for the rest of the day, I complete homework and then I work on leisure activities. Now, since I'm working on YouTube, I now record videos during the evenings. I also would like to record in the mornings as well because, like I said before, I like to be more productive in the mornings just because I'm more of a morning person and I feel more awake during that time. I have jotted down some 4 major tips that really helped me, especially my freshman year, in trying to get used to everything, where things are, how everything works, and I decided to share them with you all. And so my first major tip is schedule out your assignments. And that is something that I definitely struggled with in my first semester, but now with my second semester, I'm able to schedule out. I have a whole calendar, which I had showed before, showing all my assignment due dates, so I can always just look at it and know what I need to do before the due date or the day that it is due. And so I'm never behind on any assignments, and also I can always plan my days out accordingly to what I need to complete and what time I'll have left over. I am referring to a little booklet. I jot down some notes in a book, just so then I don't forget what I'm talking about. So for my second tip would be to not be afraid to ask questions. Now, for me, since currently I'm at a HBCU at Howard University, they definitely struggle a little bit with communication. And so asking questions was really, really important for me, especially when a lot of the time they may not know the answer, so you'd have to go to someone else for the answer. And this can apply to in class as well. If you don't understand something, it's really important to ask the teacher or to utilize tutoring services, or even asking classmates can really help you to make sure that you don't get behind and that everything makes a lot more sense. Asking questions can really, really help just in general, and it's important to make sure that you definitely not feel too overwhelmed your freshman year or any of your college years. So then you're able to focus on your studies, but also not be stressed out. That will affect your mental health. Now this kind of leads to the next part, which is your study space. Finding a great place on campus or in your dorm is really, or if you're doing online, at home, wherever you can find, going to a coffee shop or someplace like that, just finding a place where you can study and work and not get distracted or not feel stressed out. I know some people have sensory issues where things can distract them, such as me, and so it definitely is helpful to find a place where you can study and not be distracted or feel overwhelmed. And for example, for me, I have tried a few different places, such as the study room or another location on campus like the library, or even just my dorm. What works best for me is probably either the study room or my dorm, just because they're very close, and I currently do not have roommates, so it's very easy for me to study there. I had created a space underneath my bed that really helps me to create an area just specifically for studying, so it doesn't feel like I'm mixing my sleep space and my study space. Now for my last major tip is to keep your mental and physical health in check. And what I mean by that is to make sure that your mental health and your physical health are doing well throughout the year. This is something that can majorly impact and influence how well you're doing in school and how you're able to keep up with work or just enjoying your overall college experience. Your mental health is very important, and there are lots of resources on campus. They have telehealth, virtual appointments that you can create as well now since COVID. And with for your physical health, you can always go for a jog, go to the gym. Some dorms have gyms, some do not, unfortunately. There are other activities that may be on campus, like if your school has a swimming pool that's open to everyone, or if there's like a tennis court or a track, you can always utilize those resources. You can also always join a club. They have many clubs on campus that are very, very fun to be a part of and can really help you to stay motivated and keep you in great spirits. So those are some of the things that really have helped me my first semester and my current second semester of my freshman year. I hope this video was helpful for anyone, or was a great way to look in the insight of how it is to be on campus. especially in East HBCU. So if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. I can make another video to talk more about any tips that I have, or to maybe show the campus around to anyone who's interested in Howard, or to talk more about Howard University itself. Please let me know, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.